Your African media is not going to tell you what I'm telling you. It don't make no sense that all y'all got militaries and y'all can't put together a coalition of countries to go get Boko Haram. Y'all can't put a coalition of countries together to go in that mess in Sudan. It's way more y'all on the continent than them. You can't go figure out where they're getting the weapons from. Come on now. A lot of y'all cool with China. China can help y'all with some weapons and technology to help. A lot of y'all cool with China. China got a lot of advanced stuff over there. You mean tell me you can't get with them and say, hey, man, we need to put a stop to this. We need to buy some weapons and stuff from y'all. So what's up? Let's read this person says, I guess, I don't know who you are. You says, I'm narrow. So, okay. How am I narrow advocating for the innocent lives of Sudanese Africans in Nigeria, want them to live and be prosperous and have a good life and not suffer death and destruction? How is that being narrow? Or am I being narrow by saying that African nations need to join together and stop the killing? That's being narrow? How's that being narrow? Oh, I don't supposed to say nothing about it at all? I'm supposed to just turn a blind eye to the killing of innocent Nigerians and Sudanese people and innocent children and women in the Congo? I don't supposed to say a word about it. It should just keep happening, right? That's your problem. You don't care about other Africans. You're selfish. Your leaders are selfish, and that's why they do what they do, because nobody want to fight. Look, Abraham Traore himself trying to keep the folks off his back. Nobody trying to support him. A lot of your leaders hate him because he's trying to not deal with them folks and be self-sufficient. Let's call it what that is. A lot of them leaders over there don't like Traore at all. Why? Because he want to be self-sufficient and live off of the resources in Burkina Faso. And he don't want France in there. A lot of them leaders over there don't like him. You would think like, man, I'm gonna support him. I'm with him. Nope. No, they not. You can't say how I'm not gonna talk about these issues. And this channel is called African Diaspora News Channel. I'm supposed to talk about those issues. A lot of times I back off and I let the African journalists talk about it. But I say, you know what? Some of these stories, I'm gonna start bringing them back up. I say because here's the deal. They may not say it the way I say it. And if I can stir up Africans enough to say, you know what, we need to start talking more. We need to do something about it. You African leaders that's watching that happen, shame on you. All y'all got militaries. Go do something about it. People shouldn't be fleeing their homeland because of refugees. They shouldn't be fleeing. There's a billion of y'all over there. You mean to tell me you can't go fighting in that? Come on now. It don't make sense. Yeah, Cynthia. So yeah, some of them leaders are jealous of Captain Traore. Yeah, they are. They don't like him because he told France, like, F y'all, get out of here. No, you're not getting my resources. You're not getting our gold. You're not getting our uranium. Because uranium they needed for nuclear power. You're not getting that no more. You're not getting our copper. Get out of here. And then Captain Traore bought a lot of road paving machines from Ghana so they can start paving the roads and doing all that. The man trying to do good in Burkina Faso. You would think, say, you know what? Let me get with that brother. Let me follow his. Now, the brother didn't think in Senegal trying to follow that model. And shout out to that young brother. You would think everybody want to follow that model. Say, okay, cool. We know that quote unquote democracy don't work. It don't work. That's a white man's system. Democracy. Black folks don't work good on these democracies. I don't think they do. That's why you have leaders like Traore and the rest of them, because you notice democracy in Africa is always corrupt and messed up. How many years did black folks talk about kings and queens? Well, a king or a queen don't listen to It's not democracy. You know, God himself don't practice democracy. He has a theocracy. It's what he say goes, right? Just saying. If you look at China, President Xi, yeah, they got they party, but he run the show. Ain't nobody bucking against him. And you see how China is so much far advanced because nobody can buck against him and tell him hold up nothing he want to do. See, China never got to worry about their government shut down because President Xi ain't gonna shut that down. You can talk about Russia. Vladimir Putin not shutting down nothing. Nobody gonna shut him down unless he choose to do it. So I'm just telling y'all just what I see throughout the world. The white man brought his government to the African continent and left, whether it's the British or whatever, the Germans, whatever, they left their government there, and you wonder why their countries don't work right. Because it's not built on an African-based system. Cynthia, that's what he said. Captain Chiari said, get the hell on. We got it. And word on the, you know, I see videos coming out of Burkina Faso and the people love him. And the country's progressing. How could you be against that brother for progressing? And, you know, I heard some stories about he wanted to give citizenship, but then they changed it. Well, let me say this. I think he should be cautious with that. I'm saying it. He should be very cautious with just letting anybody in there, because some of these people coming from some of these countries, these diaspora countries, some of them are compromised. So you better be careful, because hey, you know, Denmark VC, how many times we were betrayed in our own homeland by Sambos? So you got to be careful with that. We still got Sambos now that's trying to betray us. So yeah, he better be careful with that. Thomas Sankara was his life was taken by a Sambo. You got to be careful. Yeah, they tried to take that man's life. I don't know how many times already. We talking about Traore. Yeah, he got to be careful. I'd be very careful who come in my country. Oh ho ho. Yeah, you got even the ones that so-called black. I watch them too. What you got going on? I'll be highly suspicious. Listen, I'm sorry. I'll be highly suspicious if anybody have any kind of, and I'm not saying nothing bad about our veterans, but anybody that has any kind of military background, I'll be suspicious of that. Because, like, I don't know, are you still attached to that? I don't know what you got going on. Because you got certain training or what you got going on. The folks, I wouldn't want them in there at all. At all. Not them.